Welcome to Hard Tea with Patch and BP. May contain adult content.
Hey, welcome. We're back.
Welcome back.
Can I say, are you wearing the exact same outfit you wore last week?
No, I'm not, but it is freaking cold here today. So, okay, I do have a jumper on. I went for training this morning. It's freezing. Okay, it's cold.
Right, okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, it's cold here, but I have a heater. I'm not.
Yeah,
stupid.
but you're in Queensland. It's Queensland cold. It's not New South Wales cold.
Anyway. Hi, everyone. Again, we're here.
Hello. So, welcome to another episode of Patch and BP. These pictures.
Let's show our official merchandise. Let's show the official merchandise. Look at this, and it's on both sides. Look at this.
Now, if anybody's really keen to get a Patch and BP cup, I'm sure we can organize one for you. Yeah. I don't know how much they are.
We should even do a caption contest with the stupid pictures that we end up getting out of these, and maybe somebody can win a cup if anybody.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
like the one I took of you.
Oh yeah, I've got some to show, don't you worry. We've got some from last week, definitely. Anyway, so last week we did, because it's cold here, we have actually got hot tea today.
It's actually hot tea because it's very early in the morning here, so it's too early to drink. Well, it's not too early to drink. Well, it is too early to drink. You know, it's afternoon somewhere.
As soon as we're done here, I'm on the hard stuff.
Indeed.
Anyway, so last week we talked about femininity. It was great. We had Amy on. We got
it was great. It was wonderful.
And again, we have far too much stuff that I had to cut so much out.
Way too much content.
We did. So I might be able to snip some little snippets and have them as separate videos. So I'm going to work on that because there was so much good stuff.
I know, but eventually we'll have to do a bloopers reel because
so funny. Stuff we couldn't fit in.
I know.
But anyway, this week is your subject and it is
jobs.
Right. So let's talk about your current job.
So my current job. So currently I have been at the same IT company for 16 years. And it's a very, very long time. I'm still shocked that I've been at one single job for that long, but you have to remember before I worked in the hospitality industry before I came to Australia. So it was a different story. You know, you did jump around quite a bit.
Hospitality is not one you stick at for very long.
You whore yourself out for hospitality. You really do. Where's the best money? Where can I make the most tips? That's what you do. But IT, you kind of tend to, people stay in like some IT jobs for like 5, 6 years, 10 years, and then they go to another IT company or software company. But yeah, so I've been in the same job, same role actually for a little while. I started off in sales at the current company I'm at. I'm not going to say who it is, but they are a big IT player, and started out in sales there and then worked my way into the department I'm in now, which is doing incident management. Is it boring?
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's not very creative. It's not like doing things with food or making cakes or desserts, but you know what? It pays the bills.
Yeah. Well, you obviously must like it. You've been there 16 years, so they obviously look after you.
Well, it's a very good work-life balance. This is the thing, I don't think if I went somewhere else, I would have the same work-life balance. I start at 7 a.m. I finish at 3 p.m.
That's great.
It's great. I have enough time to say goodbye to my son and my husband in the morning before they go to work and school, and then I see them when they come home, and it's fantastic. Before, when I was having to go into the office, I was missing all of that, and he was going to before school care, and it sucked.
Yeah, and so I assume you've been there 16 years. COVID hasn't affected you.
Except for working from home. Yeah, except for working from home permanently now, which is great. So that's what I've been wanting. So, if I want to, hey man, wear my UGG boots at home, I will do so.
Well, I've done admin forever. It seems like forever, but currently I'm working for a landscaping company in Brisbane, and it's the best job I've ever had because it's part-time. So I only work in the mornings, and it's fantastic. Rest of the day is mine, and I can just do things. It's awesome, but it's so
Your boss is pretty
flexible.
cool.
It's
Your
so
boss
flexible.
is pretty cool.
He is so cool. I can work from home whenever I want. And like during COVID, that we only got like a 3-week shutdown. I work from home, but the office is great. I love going in there. I can just get things done. But he's great. He lets me work from home. It's just awesome. And I would never leave this job unless I needed money. Really, that's it. Because part-time, it's awesome. Love it.
I mean, it's hard to find jobs like that really suit your own personal needs.
That's right. And I've been there just over a year, and I love it, and I'm not quitting.
That's good. And you know what? Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll get to a point where it gets busier. I mean, I know it's because he's got a lot of work on, but
It is. It is busy. It is busy because it's landscaping, and especially through COVID, everyone's just been throwing their super at let's do our houses up, let's do our gardens up. So he is, the guys who do the work are very busy. They are. It's turning work down. It's great, but I'm doing admin, so I don't have a great deal to do. But if you were to put more staff on and take all the extra, oh my God, it would bump up.
You would just, I think maybe you're just like so good at your job that you're like, I don't have any stuff to do. I'm just so fabulous.
I just do it so quickly because I'm so awesome. It's just done.
And he likes you as well. So
he obviously does. You know, he leaves me the keys to the office.
I mean, what's not to like, right? Exactly.
Jobs.
Before we go on, I'll just show us this share of some of the lovely pictures from last week. So, does it come up? Well, it's a plethora. Can we say a plethora? I don't know what was going on there. You're doing some monkey faces there, and I am.
I look like a total bong.
I look like a worm. Oh, that's awful. Let's get rid of that straight away. Let's not share that for too long. That's just gross.
So when I was younger, I started out in the hospitality industry because in America, when you work in hospitality, and I'll try to make this as quick as possible, you tend to make tips. Now,
yes,
minimum wage back then when I was working was $3.75 an hour. I don't know what it is now in the States, but you made your money in your tips. And depending on how good the restaurant was, is when the tips were really good. But when you first start out, you don't know. So you work at really shit chain restaurants. And I had a lot of those until I saw the light and got a real restaurant job, which I'd like to call like a real restaurant job, which is basically silver service. The very first job, I was a hostess at an Italian restaurant where my brother used to work, and it was fantastic. And I only was able to work a few hours because when you're 15, you're only allowed to work like basically so many hours a day, child labor laws. Then I got a summertime job 5 years off and on from the years 50 to 20 where I worked at a theme park. So I worked at a place. Yep, I did.
That sounds awesome.
It was really cool. So at the time, it was called Paramount's Great America. So I worked in the shows department. Awesome job. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best jobs I ever had was working at a theme park. So working in the shows department, I not only did I did singing and dancing, but I worked as a Smurf. I was Boo Boo Bear. I was Captain Caveman, George Jetson. I mean, it was all
in the big furry thing.
And can I just tell you what? I had this big like, you know, thing, and it was the best costume because how they make you wear it, I'll just tell you really quickly. So you wear these super long socks that come like over your knees, and then you wear shorts and a t-shirt, and that's it. And then you put the outfit on after. So it's basically like wearing a giant onesie. So you put the boots on for Captain Caveman, and then it's like the pants come up to like here underneath your boobs, and then you have like straps. So that's the bottom part. And then the arms were like a jacket that velcroed or zipped over you. And then you got inside the body of the costume. And and now the body of the costume would depend on what character you were. The Smurfs by far were the heaviest because of the head. The head literally cut me right at the boobs. So I'd have to pull my boobs up and hump it over. And inside the Smurf head was like a hockey helmet with like these metal contraptions. So
God.
Yeah,
it was weighed a ton. You weighed a ton. And you must have sweated.
Well, this is it. So during the States, if it got above, I'm trying to think of, I'll do the conversion here. So 75 degrees, which I think is about maybe 25, 26 here. If it got above that, you couldn't go out because you literally were like, it was an OH&S issue because you would pass out in those costumes. Just way too hot.
Well, it's like 30 degrees every day in Queensland, so you'd never be able to wear it.
So that's why when you go to some of those like movie worlds and things like that, you don't see a lot of the people dressed up in those massive costumes. It's just too freaking hot. So made a ton of money working as a waitress in the evening and worked in the kitchen during the nighttime. In the mornings for lunch. I remember we used to have people come in and very, very upscale. They would serve Louis XIII cognac, which I don't know if you know this, but a bottle of Louis XIII cognac is about $5,000. It is. Look it up because the bottle is hand blown crystal. So they would sell shots of it. And this one guy would come in and drink it all afternoon and then leave you like a $500 tip. And I was just like,
so I
was there for a very long time. Can I just tell you something right now? Working in restaurants, awesome.
Yeah,
hospitality,
I did.
So much debauchery goes on in hospitality. Okay,
the money
everybody's
is shit, but the social life is awesome.
Everybody's shagging everyone. You know, you find out crap about management. People are doing all sorts of, shenanigans in the office, and it's great. So that's why I worked in the restaurant industry for so long, because it's like it was fun.
Jobs.
Well, I started off, I was a barmaid when I was 18. I'd always said the first job I want is in a bar because I'm 18 and I'm allowed to pull pints. And I don't think I'd even drunk by then. And I was like, I need a job in a bar.
Yeah.
So it was one of these working man. Well, it wasn't. It was a pub, and I got the Friday afternoon shift where all the dirty old workmen used to come in. It was awful. It was.
You would have been so cute, little 18-year-old pulling pints.
Skinny 18, and it was
no eyebrows.
No, I didn't have eyebrows then. I lost my eyebrows. That's another story. But then I got a job in a restaurant. It's an American diner. It was the Milwaukee Exchange Bar diner. It was awesome, and it's the debauchery that you were on about.
Where I'm telling you,
you'd work till 1 in the morning, get completely, and then afterwards go out, get completely pissed, and then come in for your shift the next morning.
And find out who slept with you that night.
Over as fuck, but you'd still have to pull pints, dollars. But I was a hostess, which sounds cool, but it wasn't. It was working the door, so it was taking the wait list, cleaning tables and shit. But it was awesome because we had the headsets on and we just run around and we just had so much fun. It was frigging brilliant. And then I bartended for the last year that I was there, and that's where I learned to make a Long Island, and they're fucking horrible. But while working there, they decided to build a big nightclub in Axe. We were in a little complex, and so we'd usually, when you finish there, you'd get a taxi into the main town, or you'd go home on a Friday and Saturday night. But we had this nightclub, so we'd all be like, can I knock off early? So we'd be off to the nightclub, whatever. But then what we'd do is we'd walk from the nightclub down the hill to the small town where we'd get his kebabs and then as taxi. But on the walk down, there was a golf course. Good story for you here. So I'm walking down, pissed as a fart, all over the place with a friend, and I need a shit. And I said, my friend says, I dare you to shit on the golf course.
I hope you did a
red rag.
You did a hole in one.
Right. So we climbed a little wall and we went up the banking, found the green. And I did. I went one step better and I shat in the little hole.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
What par was it?
I don't remember. But I remember at the time laughing so much on about the poor guy the next day was going to stick that flag in. But then again, I thought, as if I'm the first person to have done that, as if I am. I bet he's gone, oh, they've been out again, shitting in the hole. He probably brings a trowel. He's doing his flags, he brings a trowel.
Pat, you're like, that's par.
I was way too drunk to come up with all of it. And my next job was in a chemical factory, packing chemicals, which was awesome. So like big tubs, and you'd have a machine that put chemicals in.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I had to wear like overalls. So I'd give in some overalls. We're covered in sticky shit and they were horrible. And I had work boots and everything. But I've got this awesome story. It's another poo story, funnily enough. It's weird. So anyway, where the toilets are, right? It's in the changing rooms, right? With the lockers and everything. So I go to the toilet and guess what? I do another big, massive crap. But it won't flush. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't leave this massive frigging turd. It's looking at me.
Leave it.
So yeah, I remember seeing a coat hanger hung up on one of the lockers. So I grabbed it and I cut it up, and there were no soap by the little sink. So I give it a rinse and I hung it back up. The best thing, next day, coat hanger's gone. So somebody's hanging their clothes up on this shitty coat hanger. And I remember it, and it's funny because if one of my army mates ever sees this video, she'll laugh because she loved that story. And she calls me coat hanger. It's her nickname for me, it's coat hanger, because I told her the shitty coat hanger story.
Oh, that's it. I'm so glad I know this. Wow.
Yeah, so anyway, I did 7 years in the British military, and I'm sure there's some post stories in there. I just can't think of any right now, but I'm sure there is some.
I'm sure there probably are.
Yeah, so I did Northern Ireland twice, and I did Germany, and I was there for 7 years. It was great. I do remember I went up in a Chinook for my 23rd birthday. It wasn't for my birthday, it was the end of an exercise. And a Chinook is it's a helicopter with the two, that's got the two,
cool.
the two propellers.
The two propellers,
big,
yeah, cool.
Big people carrier. It was awesome. So I got to go in that and it was my birthday. And another one, I had to jump out of a Wessex, which is a different kind of helicopter, into the freezing cold Loch Ness Lake in Northern Ireland. It was freezing. So you had to jump in like that, put legs, and it was only about 20 feet, but my God, you hit it and there's no way you could land like that. You landed like that. Oh my God, it hurt. It's freezing, it hurt, it was horrible, but it was awesome. It was awesome. But the army taught me to ski, and that's where I met my husband, which is great. And I got to the dizzy heights of corporal. And with that, you know, I became an army wife for the next 4 or 5 years until we moved to Australia, which was the best thing we ever did, you know, up sticks from bloody freezing cold Plumford.
Yeah, no, you could have been there still, and you're like, you know, God's country.
Could have been there. But the social life in the army is the best part of it. You join the army for the social life, not the work. The work's tough and it's hard and it's great, but it's the camaraderie, as cliche as it is, that's what you join the army for.
Jobs.
We've got this resume of us. So if anybody feels like employing us at all, there it is. We can send it around.
Now, can I just quickly add education where it says not enough? I talk about education. Okay, we just said, okay, it says not enough. We do have diplomas and things, but it's not like I'm applying it towards.
No, that's what I mean. It's not relevant. I've got tons of diplomas and certificates in this, that, and the other. Such a diverse range, but I don't put them to any use. It's bloody ridiculous. So when I say I'm not enough, it's just we haven't got enough for doing this. But I suppose what do you need? Just, you know, we're flying by the seat.
You need to have an education to be a YouTuber.
Well, I don't know. It depends on the subjects, I suppose we talk about. I mean, all we've got is our life experience, which is all.
And you know what? And that's all we need. Dream job. That is really open to your interpretation. What you figure is a dream job.
I mean, when at school, I wanted to be either a vet or a policewoman. And
okay, so I wanted to do marine biology or be a vet, anything to do with animals. But then I realized doing vet work, not that it was too hard, but it's like becoming a doctor. It's years and years and years of schooling, you know, before you even get anything. And then marine biology, unfortunately, you know, I didn't really have the grades for science. I mean, I just told my son, I go, you do whatever the hell you want to do.
But I mostly didn't even entertain vet for very long because I soon discovered I can't stand the sight of blood. So I wouldn't have been no good doing that.
Oh, no, you know what? And I actually did for a short period of time before I went to culinary school, thought I would do nursing like my mother did because I have a very strong stomach for all of that. Maybe not so much for poo, I think, but vomit and stuff like that doesn't really bother me. You know, blood doesn't bother me. Oh, I love watching like hip replacements on TV. I'll sit there and I'll be like, oh, this is great.
It makes my stomach turn.
And you hear them like with the hammer, they're like,
on the brake, but no.
Oh, it's great.
I mean,
love that.
I watch not medical dramas and stuff. I know they're not real, but I mean, that I know it's not real. It's fascinating, but still.
And then I was, you know, I'm a very creative person. And when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I know I didn't want to work in an office, I went and did a course on special effects makeup.
Oh, yeah.
And my whole idea of doing that, which was great, was like, gonna get into special effects makeup. Special effects makeup is no shit of a lie, fucking amazing, right? But then I started meeting people who were in the business, and they're like, you know what? Unless somebody dies, good luck. And I was like, really? And it's true, because those people who are in those jobs are like lifers. I mean, this is like internet was still early here in Australia, but I still, you know, watch the guys who are the famous makeup artists today who do all the grisly stuff, which I was really into. It's still cool. It's still fun.
It's great.
I could do a really good slash neck for Halloween if you want.
Yeah, you give me an ace bruised nose for my roller derby pictures. Do you remember for our screenshot?
I do. Headshots? They were great.
That was awesome. And they wanted to use it in a poster, but then somebody said no. It gives a wrong impression of roller derby. It looks quite aggressive. I tell you what, the dream job is opening up tatties. Me and you opening up tatties. That's the dream job.
So that segues to my dream job. So my dream job has anything to do with food, desserts or food.
Tatties.
Okay. Now,
and we'll have some desserts. You can make your cakes.
This is it. But, you know, I know for a fact that A very small percentage of restaurants make it, and that's okay. I do know, because I've seen them. I've worked in ones that have burned down, just crash and burn within, a month of them opening, and other ones have been very successful. So I don't have that, oh God, wouldn't it be great? Because I know it's a hard slog, but that's what I want to do. I'd like to do something like that. And I just think I'm not going to be totally satisfied until I have something like that, where I'm actually in a creative space that has to do with food, something to do with food of any sort.
There you go. Well, there you go. That's
I just love it. I just love it.
Let's forget everything else. We're opening tatties, and just do potato cakes, class as cakes. No, I suppose they don't. But you could do a stack of
gravy.
Yeah, put a candle in them, and there you go. You're making cakes for a living. No, I think that's it. That's the dream job. So that's what we should be doing. We should be looking for financing to opening up tatties. So,
I don't know how we're going to do that, because we're in 2 different states. Do we have 2 tatties? One in Sydney.
You can open Sydney, and I can open Brisbane. Well, anyway, listen. So right, you're going for a job, a new job. I'm going to interview you. Where's my clipboard? I haven't got a clipboard. Let's get this clipboard. All right, I'm interviewing you. Where's my pen? I don't need a pen. It's all fake. What am I doing? Right, okay. So, describe yourself in 3 words.
Reliable. Is reliable, dependable the same thing?
I don't know. Yes, so pick a different one.
Okay. Funny.
Questionable. I'm meeting you for the first time. I shouldn't judge. I'm judging because you're wearing an All Blacks cap. I'm judging. It's okay. You don't come to.
Haters gonna hate, sister.
This is a basic question for an interview. You should have had this, but you haven't had an interview in 16 years. So why would you fucking think about it? Me, I've had about 50,000 interviews.
Look, hardworking, dependable, punctual.
Funny. Punctual. Funny. You've had at least 6 there. That's what we'll do. Me, I would say I'm dedicated. I'd say I'm quite organised, although it doesn't look like it. And I think twat. I think we'll go with twat. Because I think that rounds it up. But yeah, anyway. So
Patch, say you're a twat, are you? Okay, just write that down.
No. It's one of those anagrams of something, but I'll make something up about that later. Anyway, another question for you. What are your weaknesses?
Okay. I do know that sometimes if something gets really too hard, it's all too hard basket. Sometimes I throw in the towel, and then eventually I persevere. But in the very beginning, I just go, fuck, it's fucking too hard,
Oh, I don't know if you're right. I'm not so sure you're right for this job.
Really?
No, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write knob. How do you spell knob?
Knobhead?
Knobhead.
I think it'd be K-N-O-B.
No, I spoke with the capital
K.
Knobhead. So you're throwing the towel easily. Oh,
going. Right, what about you? What's your?
That's quite a lot for an interviewer. I didn't get any of that down. I put actually knobhead, and I put rambles. So okay. I'm not so sure you're doing very well here. Right,
what about you? What's your?
That's quite a lot for an interviewer. I didn't get any of that down. I put actually knobhead, and I put rambles. So okay. I'm not so sure you're doing very well here.
What about you? What's your weakness?
Do I look like? Yeah, I was going to say, do I look like I've got any? But that's just.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you do.
That is twatty. No, mine is if I've got like a project or something on, I put loads of effort in, and I never get the results I think I'm going to get, and I get so disappointed, downhearted, and it takes me a while. But I do bring myself back and say, and this is what I've said to you before: when you do something, do it for yourself, because if you do it for others and it doesn't work out, fuck it. As long as you did it for you and you get out of it for you. So this is, I'm talking
a lot like you too. This is why you and I are friends, because it's like it's like there's a barbecue and we dress up fancy dress. Nobody else did, but you know what? We did it for ourselves.
Fuck it, yeah, for what everybody else.
Fuck your shit, and this is it. And I'm a lot like you. I do put a lot of effort in things, and then I get really shitty when somebody else was supposed to help and they did it. I'm like, you know what? I'll fucking do it myself, because you're not going to do it. I'll just do it myself.
That's it. If I want it doing properly, I'm going to do
it myself. Exactly. Exactly. You and I are exactly alike when it comes to that. So what about, tell me about a work achievement. Have you had any kind of work achievements?
I would say, it's kind of a sweetie one. I worked for a non-profit. It was a church based place. It was awesome. So I was the EA for the CEO, but no, he got a request from a nun from the Sisters of Charity, I think it was, to help out with 10 coffee mornings around the city, around Sydney. And he asked me if I could do it to help them out. So he put me in touch with this nun, and I got them tea, coffee, tables, all this sort of stuff delivered. 10 coffee mornings in about a week. Can't remember. But, yeah, and then afterwards I got a bunch of flowers and a lovely note that said, "Thank you so much for your help." And I felt like, oh my God, that's so amazing. I love that. You know, I got
really
appreciated for my work, and I wasn't expecting it. And it was like a little project that wasn't really for me to do, but I took it on. And he said, if I couldn't do it, don't bother. But I thought, no, sod this. It's a challenge.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was awesome. So what about you? Have you got one? What have you got?
So I did at the current company I'm at. There are many Pride chapters throughout the world at my company, but there wasn't one for ANZ, Australia, New Zealand. And I worked to start the Pride chapter with my company. So I remember when it first launched, it was me and the managing director of our company, who's this Kiwi woman. She's amazing. And I remember when that launched, I got like a little plaque, said, "Thanks, Pride."
Jobs.
What have you been up to this week? And obviously the school holidays start this week. So
yeah, so we're taking a 2-week break to school holidays to spend time with our children.
I know, I'm like, what am I doing with them? I don't know what.
I know. Well, yours are old enough to do their own thing, but mine still needs to be entertained. I've been recovering from cold compliments of my husband. Thanks for that.
Well, you had it the last recording.
Oh,
and God, I think it got worse for you. It got worse.
It got really bad, and then I was in bed for like 2 days, and now it's great. So I went to my first training session in like 3 weeks, and wanted to die because I just couldn't. I just don't have enough energy and couldn't really breathe. So it was a bit hard. Wow, 18 years. Wow.
Long time. You
get less for murder.
You get less for murder. That is the quote, isn't it? Yeah. But I also got a 24-hour ban on Facebook for calling somebody a disgusting pig. Although I don't really know the context of it. I obviously put in the comments disgusting pig, and that's what I got banned for 24 hours. I don't know what I said that they've been a disgusting pig. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Lovely 24-hour ban there. I don't care. Give me a bit of a break. I could do things, but I couldn't like anything.
Zuckerberg can suck a big one, because that's what I think I am.
Anyway, and
jerk.
Yeah. So next week, school holidays, like you said, nothing planned. I do need to get the kids X-rays because they're getting braces. So that'll be fun and expensive. That'll
be the most expensive jewelry they'll ever wear.
I know, and they'll hate it. And it'll be jewelry that you've got to wear and you hate.
Do they have to have braces, or can they just have like a plate, like a retainer?
I don't know. This is it. The dentist has said they both have, Lara's teeth
are feral.
They're not bad. She's just got a gap at one side. Yeah. Don't brush. Yeah. No, he has an overbite. So I've got no idea what they're going to do. But this is what the orthodontist. So they got the X-ray. Orthodontist will say what kind of fixings they need. Hopefully it's not that big massive metal headgear that you can stick.
Why can't they do like Invisaligners nowadays?
Maybe they will.
That would be better for them.
They might not even do anything. They might even say, look, let's not. I don't know.
Cool.
It's not breaking jaws or
good job on breaking the bank there, kids. Good job on breaking your parents' bank braces. I applaud you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's us. And then so when we come back after the 2 weeks, what we're going to be doing, the topic in 2 weeks' time is going to be TV and movies.
Yeah, that's my subject. Yeah, that's what I live for. I live for TV and movies.
I know, it's great. And we've seen a lot, and we'll go through the classics, and we'll go through ones that are really shit, because I love the dodgy B films, the horror films. Oh, the really poorly ones. Oh, they're the best. I love that.
I do as well.
Yeah, I love it. Horror films and stuff. This is nothing we share in common. Horror films, because the special effects makeup fantastic.
Yeah, me too. We'll get into that.
We will indeed.
But yeah, so in the meantime, horror movies that you watch now and go, that is shit. Why was I scared of that? But at the time,
you're like
Krueger.
Oh, I love it. Great.
But anyway, so in the meantime, please, share, watch all the
subscribe.
Stuff. So we'll put loads of stuff up during the holidays. Subscribe. Yeah, that's right. Comment. Tell us what you think. Please join in. It'd be awesome. It's nice to build a fan base. We've got I think one of our videos so far has had 125 views, which says to me, if that's an individual person, we have 125 viewers, BP. My God, we're practically famous.
We're nowhere near it. All right, I'm getting a text message from my husband to say hurry up because he wants lunch. So I better go.
I think that's it then.
It's bad when your husband's texting you going, can you hurry up? I'm hungry. Anyways, see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you.